safe, legal, and rare was the Democratic mantra in 2008.
On Fox News, that is host Kayleigh McEnany. She's blaming Democrats for problems with abortion.
What happened to that, Marie?
Well, first, let's go back to our Fox polling from this morning.
Marie Harf, the lone Democrat on the show, is about to destroy McEnany.
That abortion and health care are the third and fourth highest ranked issues that voters care about. On the first, Kamala Harris outpolls Donald Trump by 16 points, and on health care by 11. And I think one of the reasons for that is because Kamala Harris and other national Democrats have talked about abortion as health care, which it is. In Republican-led states where they have banned abortion, we have women in ER bathrooms almost bleeding to death because doctors... Wait, let me finish, Kayleigh. Let me finish.
What happened to safe, legal, and rare, Marie?
Because doctors are terrified because of Republican legislators of treating women who medically need what is technically an abortion.
This is not complicated stuff. In several states, Republican legislators have criminalized abortion procedures, even in cases of medical emergency. So doctors have refused to perform medical abortions, causing some women severe complications from an already unhealthy and doomed pregnancy. And yet Fox host Kayleigh McEnany doesn't seem to understand that. It's as if she doesn't know that criminalizing abortion when the mother's life is at stake might actually jeopardize a mother's life. McEnany is not exactly one of the best and brightest at Fox News. Before working there, she was a White House spokesperson for Donald Trump. More on that in a moment. The issue of abortion is a difficult one politically for Trump and his MAGA movement. Polls show that more than 70% of all registered voters believe abortion should be legal, at least until the fetus is viable at around 22 weeks. But in several states, Republicans have criminalized abortion after 6 weeks of pregnancy, which is before some women even know they are pregnant. Donald Trump has danced around whether the issue should be left to the states or whether there should be a national abortion ban. And on this day, the GOP political sensitivities were clear when a reporter in Philadelphia asked Trump running mate J.D. Vance for some clarification.
Senator Vance, what's your message to Pennsylvania voters on abortion? Has your opinion changed? Do you think there should be a national ban, or should it be left up to the states?
Yes, as you can hear, Republicans at the event booed the reporter for even asking the question.
Look, it's okay. It's all right. It's all right. Look, first of all, I think it's important to be honest about what Donald Trump and I are focused on here. And what Donald Trump and I are focused on is making the American dream affordable again for Pennsylvania families. That is what we're focused on. Look, on the abortion question in particular, what President Trump has said has been very direct. And I think honestly, he's tried to find some common ground in this country that has been divided by this question for 50 years. He said, look, Pennsylvania is going to want to have a different abortion policy from Ohio, which is going to want to have a different policy from California. Let the states decide. Let the people in those states decide. And I think it's important to point out just how different Donald Trump's common sense approach is from our opposition.
So J.D. Vance, who once supported a national abortion ban, refused to answer as to whether he still supports that. A few weeks ago on a Fox News program that does not involve Kayleigh McEnany, the anchor and guest underscored the problems for Republicans.
A new survey does show a majority of Democrat, Republican, and independent women all oppose the decision to send the issue back to the states. Jim Messina, former Obama campaign manager, is here. Even though the economy is the #1 issue across the board, how will the issue of abortion affect the election? What should Republicans be aware of?
Yeah, Dana, this is the sleeper issue of this election, and it was a sleeper issue of the last election. In the 2022 midterm elections, Democrats performed 9% better than the polls, and when you look at why, a huge move towards the Democrats from suburban women. You know, the theory of my entire life has been don't piss women off. And this issue has pissed off a whole lot of women voters in these battleground states, and now they're going to get a chance to vote on it. And you see this in poll after poll. I totally agree with you. The economy is the most important issue, but when you go down and look at issues that are moving enthusiasm, it is this abortion issue. And it's because across party, Republicans, Democrats, Independents all believe in the same thing. They want the government to stay out of their lives. And this is an issue that is just burning straight hot. And President Trump seems to be trying to run away from his position on this. And I think it's really hard to do.
And it's also clearly hard for some Fox hosts, including Kayleigh McEnany, to understand. Deep thinking has never seemed to be one of her strong suits. Never mind women's reproductive health, McEnany famously glitched last year when talking about the economy and inflation.
You know, Carly, this stuck out to me. I read it 2 days ago, and I can't get it out of my head. We're both millennials. We graduated during the Great Recession and Obama's era. There was brief reprieve, 4 years that were really good under Trump, but this is the reality of our generation.
McEnany seemed to forget that the 2008 financial crisis happened under a Republican president, George W. Bush. And what made Kayleigh's jab so funny is that at almost exactly the same time, the Fox Business Channel aired this graphic that showed inflation under Joe Biden had fallen every single month for the last year. But maybe some Fox News anchors like Kayleigh McEnany don't even watch Fox News. Then again, would you? To be clear, Kayleigh McEnany, who worked for Donald Trump as a spokesperson at his White House, seems like a nice person. She has a pleasant demeanor and doesn't scream or yell like other misguided hosts, including Jeanine Pirro. But misguided is the operative word for Pirro, McEnany, and so many other hosts at Fox. They are literally clueless about countless issues they report on. But abortion access is a deadly serious issue for countless women in America. They understand the problems caused when a doctor under Republican laws refuses to terminate a dangerous or deadly pregnancy. As a result, the Republican Party is in deep political trouble this fall, even if Kayleigh McEnany and other Fox hosts are too oblivious or simple-minded to understand. By the way, Democratic vice presidential candidate Tim Walz is hammering Donald Trump and going viral beyond politics.
Look, in Nebraska, you got a slogan here. Nebraska, it's not for everyone. Well, it sure ain't for Donald Trump, I'll tell you that.
Another speech, another viral video featuring Tim Walz. On this day in Omaha, the Democratic vice presidential nominee hammered Donald Trump.
This guy is the opposite of everything here. Every opportunity he has, he weakens our country to strengthen his own hand. He mocks our laws. He sows chaos and division amongst us. And that's not even counting the time he was president.
The remarks generated millions of views. Walz then stopped at a Runza shop, turning a local delicacy into a trending item nationwide.
If you don't know, the iconic Nebraska restaurant is the Runza. Don't call it anything else except a Runza. The bread consistency, all of it really matters.
Later, Doritos started trending thanks to this.
You see corn nuts over there, Tim? It? Oh, yeah, that's the best.
There you go.
Check out that video at the link below. It generated a lot of comments on YouTube. One of the most popular is from Inigo Montoya, who wrote, Walz, lifetime of helping others. Trump, lifetime of helping himself. Not a tough choice. I agree. I look forward to reading your comments about Fox host Kayleigh McEnany getting destroyed on her own show by the lone Democrat. I'm David Shuster. Thanks for joining us.